And so the breakout begins. Bitcoin ripping through all local resistance levels. And the question now becomes, may Bitcoin be ready to test 11,400 sometime this week? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What is going on, my friends? Today I'd like to discuss Bitcoin and the action we're seeing inside the chart right now. It's no surprise here. Bitcoin has been on another intraday parabolic incline right here, right now. Over the past 12 hours or so, we've seen Bitcoin roll right through all of the local resistance levels that I outlined on the stream for you yesterday. Now, my friends, with where Bitcoin is currently at, is this looking like it has further bullish potential to the upside? Or, my friends, does it look ready for a potential pullback and a dive deep down into the crypto abyss? So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice, this is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the 4-hour time frame. Insane action here. We found that support on my green box here yet again. This has been the level of confluence for quite some time, ladies and gentlemen, dating all the way back to the end of May. Then, every single time that we've tested this region, it has acted as a support, even up to our most recent drop down to this level right here, right now. So it has completed a pretty tough task here, in my opinion. This red box I have here had so much confluence, ladies and gentlemen. Old resistance and support flips all throughout the region here. Also coupled along with the fact that the RSI on the 4-hour is just completely overextended in overbought conditions and continuing to climb. But as we all know, going into yesterday, it was approaching into this resistance box level. The RSI was approaching that overbought level. Double bearish confluence there. On the 1-day RSI here as well, we could see we still are on a lower high trajectory and a lower low trajectory. Still looking overall bearish here, in my opinion. And right now, what's very interesting is, although we did break through that level, the RSIs were overextended, etc., we did wind up taking out this little prior high right here. Now, I've been covering it here on the stream, ladies and gentlemen, that creating a higher high is very important, and Bitcoin has done just that. This is actually the first time since June that Bitcoin has now created a new high. The last one there on a swing high was that blow off top near 14,000. Ever since then, on the swing high, Bitcoin has never been able to eclipse the prior high. You see this, right? So right now, we do have our first one created. But here's the area that gets a little tricky for me, ladies and gentlemen, because not only do we have this high here that was taken out, but we now have this high looming right there next up at roughly around 10,934. So we don't have much more room to go up until that next high, where we could look to see some tentative rejection there as well. Let's get this crypto. And above all else, when we see that that high is there and may act as a tentative resistance in and of itself, then we also have to understand here, ladies and gentlemen, that we are also creeping up upon this downward sloping resistance line. You see this, right? Going from the peaks all the way from that blow off top, and then using our swing high tops we can see that there is that overwhelming resistance trend line looming right overhead there as well. So for me, even if we do eclipse this here, the bulls are going to have to get very, very strong above that region, because right here, ladies and gentlemen, I believe there's potential for this to be a bull trap in here. Sure, the bulls look strong right now, but my friends, we must understand here that right now, the chart right now does have a lot of features in it that could play into a bearish bias for a potential rejection inside this region here as well. But let's dive deeper here, okay? Because what happens next? What if it's not so bearish? Well, what we want to see here is that this old resistance box here, this red box, now after we've tested up to this level, created a new high, we want to see this daily close candle here close above this prior high here at roughly 10,650. We want to see today's candle close above there. And then, even if it does pull back, we want to see that this red box now acts as new support. And if it does act as new support, we want to see this potentially rip into this area that may be the bull trap zone here. And if so, we need to start shifting our focus, in my opinion, onto this high right here. Because if this high at roughly about 12,300 then gets taken out, we are talking about a completely different ball game here, where the targets may start to be more so up back to our yearly high there, close to 14,000. Let's get this crypto. So why the $11,400 target as in the title of this video? Well, I want to point out a significant level here, because as I just stated, getting above this $10,900 range, this prior high right here, the other swing high, right? Getting above there would be very interesting and puts us in that zone where I believe a potential bull trap may occur, right? And by bull trap, because I see this in the comments all the time when I speak about bull traps. Oh, Kirby, don't you mean a bear trap because then it goes down? No, James. A bull trap means that people that are speculating bullishly and buy into the euphoria, they get trapped in a long and then get wrecked when it dumps, right? A bear trap is just the opposite, when people get over euphoric taking shorts when it's already dumped and then it goes up and they get wrecked. Okay, just to clarify that. So this would be a potential bull trap zone if people went over euphorically bullish in here and then it dumped, right? Just so you understand, because I see that very often when I say bull trap or bear trap. So this range for me here, once we get above this high, the focus, as I just stated, becomes 12,300. But I want you guys to really see what's gone on here, okay? Look at this zone. There is so many touch points within this level, old candle body closes, etc., all inside of here, okay? And we'll actually use that high right there as the bottom of the box. Now look over here, multiple resistance levels, right? Look back over here, candle body closes, old resistance, and even now, ladies and gentlemen, right? Boom, right there. And this level for me has a ton of potential here to be that next swing high that fails, right? Because although we've taken out these two highs here, I want to clean this up now just so we're not seeing too much here drawn, okay? This high, these two highs have been taken out, but as I stated earlier, this downward sloping trend line and the macro structure as a whole, right, of the potential descending triangle pattern formation, in my opinion, is certainly still intact. And if we do get up into this region, I think it's quite possible that the underbellies of these candles here, right, and here may potentially act as that new resistance level, respecting that downward sloping trend line, potentially to then look to bounce back down to our green box of support around 9,500. Let's get this crypto. So right now, I believe Bitcoin, although it is looking quite bullish, as I stated, the RSI, even though it's overbought by a long way here on the 4-hour time frame, it has continued to just rip to the upside. What we could see here as well, if we turn on our moving averages on the 4-hour here, this turquoise line, the 200 moving average on the 4-hour time frame, has acted as such a key player here in terms of indicators going all the way back into the depths of the bear market. It's acted as support so many times here, ladies and gentlemen, and then once it broke, it acted as resistance here very nicely, acted as support here again, flipped, resistance, 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 and now, my friends, we can see here that our first few touch points here on the 4-hour time frame were right underneath this 4-hour moving average. It looked like the bulls got a little worrisome at this line because of the importance it's played all throughout this trend, as I just showed you, but then ultimately the bulls ripped right through it, and you could see this was a rather large candle here. The bulls realized that this needed to be a large buy, essentially, right? That this needed some powerful momentum to get through that line. And now, if the metric is going to act as it has in the past, of course, past performance is not indicative of future results, but maybe, just maybe, now, in conjunction here with the top of this old resistance box here that may look to turn into new support, we also have this 4-hour 200 moving average right on top of the box, and the price action right now at the time of recording is above this, so potentially we could see support being built there as well. I just want you all to be very observant here that even though we've taken out this high here, if we take out this high, this whole range here for me, ladies and gentlemen, between 10,950 and 11,450 is the potential for a bull trap. If we boom through here, my analysis is going to change, because this would be more so of a bullish confirmation if we are able to get through this region. Of course, the indicators at that point in time may be a little overextended. I mean, even more so than they are right now. But the fact of the matter is we are seeing an intraday parabolic move right now. You could see hockey stick pattern formation, flat line of support along that historic baseline here that's acted as support many times over. And now we are on a celery stick formation to the upside here. Savage. Okay, so let's discuss now what happens if this does look to break down, because I was under the impression here that the bulls probably were going to find some exhaustion within this range. As I stated yesterday, I was looking to find an area to speculate to the downside. I took a little short position inside this range. We broke this box and I exited. I am no longer short as of right now. I did take a short position yesterday. I closed out. I mean, for me, it was either get rejected in this box or I'm going to close if we get above the box, as the bulls would look to be in control. That is what happened. So I closed my position and now I am awaiting re-entry. So right now, as I've just shown you, this is beginning to be the area for me here, ladies and gentlemen, where I'm looking for potentially life-changing trading opportunity once again. If we get stuck in the box, it might be a bull trap and I may look to speculate to the downside. If we move through there, ladies and gentlemen, this could be one of the more potentially opportunistic times for the bulls here, as we then would have broken this downward sloping trend line and we would be looking to take out this large macro swing high here, which then potentially, in my opinion, could be the true launching point to get back up to test that $14,000 level. Let's get this crypto. So now we've talked about the upside potential here if this thing continues to keep rolling. And now let's talk about what happens here if it all stops right now. If the music stops right here, right now, at this region, roughly, you know, below 11,000, what may we expect in the short term here if the bears get back in control? But if you are just tuning in now, don't forget to moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell. Let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Sheesh. So now, if this does not become new support here, right? I showed you we got that 4-hour 200 moving average, which has been a key factor this whole trend. If this level holds as support, I've just shown you the upside potential in my opinion. But if we break back below this box here, the bottom underbelly of the box here at around 10,000 flat, it needs to hold, ladies and gentlemen. If it does not, this would be just again a small fake out here, in my opinion, breaking out to a new local high, failing, and then dropping back down potentially all the way to that green box of support there again around 9,500. For me, ladies and gentlemen, it's just looking like a classic continuation of the structure, just waiting for this trap door of support here to give way before a dive deep down into the crypto abyss. I don't know how else to put that. It just, for me right now, seems like the structure has not changed, right? When you look at this on the daily time frame here, the structure is very much so the same. That's why I'm stating that this range for me has a large potential to be a bull trap, right? Because even if we get all the way up to the top of this range, if we dive from there, the structure has not changed. You see what I'm saying, right? The structure is still macro bearish, and we still would be tentatively looking for, at some point in time, for this green box of support here between 9,500 and 9,000 to give way and potentially test back down into this teal box area, you know, roughly around the $8,500 to $8,000 region, which does also coincide there with the Bitcoin CME futures gap, which we all know has been looming in the shadows here for quite some time. Let's get this crypto. Very interesting thing to take into consideration here today, ladies and gentlemen. The Google Trends data has updated here, right? Now we are in the month of September. Of course, this is incomplete data. It goes through September 7th. This is the week of September 1st through 7th, so we will not have the complete data here until the 7th. But right now, this incomplete data is showing a 9. Worldwide data, past 5 years, search term Bitcoin. Right now, the incomplete data is showing a 9. Our last swing low bottom, ladies and gentlemen, was an 11. This would be the first time since our climb out of the bear market that we have now put in a lower low on the close for this time period. That, to me, ladies and gentlemen, is not what I wanted to see here. Ever since we climbed out of the bear market back in April, Bitcoin has been on a series of higher highs and higher lows on the Google Trends data. And right now, for the first time, it is looking to put in a lower low. We see that here on the 5-year data. If we go into the 90-day, we could see we are now at a low there as well. Not good. If we go into the 30-day, we could see we are sticking in new lows. Not good there either, in my opinion. So for me right now, ladies and gentlemen, across the board here on all time frames for the Google Trend data, it is showing new lower lows tentatively with that incomplete data for this week. So keep this on your radar, as well as I am finding it quite interesting here that we have this gap on the futures chart, and we are climbing up into my area here of a potential bull trap zone. I think that this should not be ignored, along with the fact here that the crypto fear and greed index still at this point in time has not put in a new higher high. Right now, it's actually flirting with doing just that, but maybe more so, just like we're seeing in the Bitcoin chart here, where I believe it's possible that these little highs get taken out, and not the macro one right here, right? But these two get taken out and it becomes a fake out. Oh, Kirby, new highs, new highs! And then it gets wrecked, right? Look at the similarity in the chart here, okay? I'm going to compare this here with the crypto fear and greed index, all right? Notice this high here, the highs around August 6th to August 10th, right? This area right here. Now, look at where we are right now, potentially looking to create a new local high, right? But let's look back at the Bitcoin chart now. This, to me, my friends, looks more so like the high that we're ready to eclipse on the crypto fear and greed index right here. Looks more so like these highs to me right there, right? Whereas the one that's very important to me is actually up here, right? And you could see it does coincide there on the Bitcoin chart as well, that this high around 12,300 breaking through the potential bull trap zone is what I want to see get taken out. So I think we're seeing a confluence there as well here on the crypto fear and greed index. This high at around a 66 is actually the one that I want to see get taken out to become extra bullish. Taking out this one right here could lead to a fake out and a potential bull trap, in my opinion, as well. Let's get this crypto. right? I hope you guys see how I mix all these metrics together here to paint a picture and really build a story here to see the market from a different perspective, right? I hope that you understand it's not just about one indicator or one candlestick. You really want to focus on everything, have a nice macro perspective of the socials, the search volume, the trading here, the candlesticks, etc., to get a very nice idea. And also on that topic there, keep in mind now, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin dominance is officially over 70% now. Let's get this crypto. For me, guys, the altcoins here, they continue to get decimated. They continue to consolidate that capital back into Bitcoin. We're climbing back up to epic highs here, now over 70%, ladies and gentlemen. And I just want to take a quick look here at this altcoin chart minus Bitcoin, okay? And look, we are still, in my opinion, teetering on this last line of support, because if this is purged, we do drop right back down into that historic bear market territory, which for me, ladies and gentlemen, looks like a complete market cycle blow off top all the way back down to a return to the average, a return to the mean. I mean, that is as classic of a market cycle bubble pop as you are going to see. And what bothers me with this is that if that is in fact the case, I'm finding it very difficult that Bitcoin can remain extremely bullish in conditions where the rest of the market is suffering severely, right? Doesn't have to mean anything, right? That could be an incorrect hypothesis, because that's all that it is. It's a hypothesis, right? But I'm speculating here that if the altcoins do drop below that blue box for me there, which is in fact the final leg of support here, in my opinion, for me, ladies and gentlemen, I believe this could get very, very interesting for the market as a whole, as if there is a mass exodus of altcoins, even if that capital is getting dispersed back into Bitcoin. For me, guys, this could be a very unique situation here where the market could be ready for a significant leg down. Because although we are seeing that the altcoins have sold off harder than Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has remained afloat, right? To put it in a nice way, right? Bitcoin has remained afloat. What we can see here is that this is the whole market cap, including Bitcoin now, right? So Bitcoin has been a major player in keeping the market up, right? And you could see that we are actually right now, I'm going to draw this box here. This region here has been the last leg of hope as of late, right? And if this level gets broken, I mean, it appears to me, ladies and gentlemen, that the entire crypto space, including Bitcoin, might be looking for a large drop back down to this local support level. You see what I'm saying, right? And let's take a measured move here, or rather a price target, excuse me, I keep messing this up, a price tool, and we could see that the percentage move down to the bottom of this box here is roughly a 28% dive from the current level. So for me, ladies and gentlemen, everything in this market right now is teetering on the end here. This is the thin ice level here. The market is either going to need to see a bullish stand and continue to climb back up, or it's going to maintain this bearish structure and look more so like a complete market cycle bubble pop, which is going to present a ton of opportunity in and of itself. You guys know I long the market and I short the market. I look to make profit both to the upside and to the downside. If this thing is crashing deep down into the crypto abyss, you best believe Don Carbanaccio is looking to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto. Not only may there be shorting opportunity, but there may be longing opportunity down in the abyss there as well for a potential nice swing to the upside. I'm looking for opportunity in every direction, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I see that the market is in a critical location. And for me right now, this is not a time to be, essentially wasting your time here. You need to be doing your due diligence, and you need to understand that the market is at a very critical critical area here, as just one move in either direction may be the catalyst for an explosive move in one direction or the other. The trend, in my opinion, is truly coiling up here. You could see, especially here on the Bitcoin chart, we are nearing the end of this formation, right? We are at the point here where something, in my opinion, something has to give, right? Because look, there just doesn't appear to be that much more room in this formation right here, right now. Let's get this crypto. So keep it in mind, guys. Could be a bull trap, but if it gets through, this could be a very bullish confirmation, in my opinion, if we break through here and look to tentatively take out this macro swing high here. But if we do not, I believe this could be a large bull trap, and I will be looking to take plays in here and take trades in that vicinity aggressively. I will be keeping you up to date in VIP with my trades in real time as I take them. Right now, I am strategizing for this area right here, right now. Also, if we break back down into this range or below this box, I'm strategizing for this as well. You need to be ready for both directions. If you fail to plan, then your plan is to fail. Don Carbonaccio does not fail to plan. Don Carbonaccio plans to succeed. So I will be keeping you up to date in real time to the absolute second with all of my trades that I enter here, ladies and gentlemen. All of my strategies, everything as I formulate them, I will be posting them for you in VIP. So shout out to my VIPs and shout out to all of my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I will see you in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. The question you have to ask yourself, ladies and gentlemen, is, are you going to get wrecked here? Are you going to get caught like a deer in the headlights with Average Joe and James at the water cooler? Or is today the day, and are you ready to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe? Let's get this crypto. The choice is yours. That being said, I will see you in VIP right now. Shout out to my VIPs. And guys, if you could, one last time, moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. I will see you in VIP right now. And until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.